Hi everybody, I did remember a couple other things I wanted to share. As far as, and goes back to the other 3 videos I've shot so far about this, with the debt collections, there are people, and there was a Don't Waste Your Money segment that I saw on TV. What it is debt collectors will do just about anything to make you upset. Piece of advice, do not get upset. Okay, it is not worth getting mad over, because what they're doing is they're trying to make you so upset that you'll agree to pay. I've actually had a collector once that I was with make somebody break into tears crying because they were so this collector was just so horribly nasty to this debtor on the phone, that the person was literally crying. I'm serious. And I know an acquaintance who's having financial issues right now because of a lot of medical related issues in her life. Not me. It's somebody I know. She's actually had a collector call her up and practically put her in tears and exacerbate her medical issues worse. And I feel horrible for this person. And it's like I told her, I said, don't let them get to you, and, you don't have to, put up with it. You can always disconnect the call. Just hang up on them, and like I mentioned previously, in previous videos, if a debt collector calls you and you're the debtor and you ID yourself as the debtor and they are just really ripping into you, you tell them, you can, and they're trying to bully you and everything, which is what they're paid to do. You can tell them, you try to tell them what's going on and they cut you off and you say, hey, look, don't talk to me this way. I don't have to take this abuse from you. And by law, they cannot be abusive towards you. Seriously, it's against the law for them to be verbally abusive. And they will, like Eleanor Roosevelt said, nobody can make you feel inferior without you giving them permission. Seriously, do not let these debt collectors talk down to you under any circumstances. If they want to be a horse's rump to you, give it right back to them. Be nice. Oh, and here's something else you might be interested in knowing. It's against the same FDCPA law for a debt collector to cuss. It's against federal law for them to cuss at you. They cannot be like F you or screw you or any bad words, for example. They are not allowed to cuss. It's against the law. And what you can do, and I've actually heard of this happening. It not, I didn't do this, but, it did. I've heard of it happening to other people. They've been like, F you and blah, 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 blah. And, they got it on record. You know what? That person ended up losing their job over it. And here's another thing. At my debt collector job, they also talked about, you have to behave yourself or you're going to take an unscheduled visit to whatever state you're calling. By law, and here's another thing, if the person, you get enough of that person, always make sure you get their name, the debt collector's name, and make sure that, what it is if they're abusive towards you, they can actually lose their license to practice because it's a federal license. Like if they say harass you and say you live in Tennessee, they can't practice in Tennessee, they can't practice at all, period. For example, because you can actually go after them and sue them for libel. Seriously. I found this out when I was working there. They don't tell you this, but, you can actually go after them in civil court and libel court, for harassment. Believe it or not, you can. So that's why, like I've said in the other videos, keep meticulous records of everything. Record the phone calls. Record, keep paper records of every single cotton picking thing that you can, because if it comes down to it and you get them in court, they're a poop creek, I'll tell you what. I mean, they really are. Because as I've actually had an attorney tell me this, that actually does represent, actual debt collection agencies. He's told me in person to my face, he's had a debtor come in with their attorney, and they've played the take back of, all the phone conversations. The judge looks at this guy, goes, "Did your client do this?" And he has to go, "Yeah." And I'll tell you what, his client lost, and lost big. I'm serious, and that's what he said. So, I mean, and I strongly recommend to all you debtors out there, if there's that much of an issue, keep meticulous records of every single communication. Believe me, it'll be worth it if you have to go to court and sue these people for harassment, because they're not allowed to harass you, as I've been saying over and over and over in every other video. Excuse me, I burped. But anyway, I just wanted to leave this one other video as a closing thought for the time being. If I think up more comments to discuss on this vein or something else, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good evening. Bye.